All right, let's try this again. Let's see, looking at this, and now it looks more like it's supposed to look. Yeah, or does it? Hold on. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be doing. So, all right, so let's try this again. The theme music for this week. There it is. I don't know what this is. This is Netflix House of Cards. About power, about all kind of different stuff, killing people, reporters, different things like that. But great show.
Very good show.
So, welcome to another edition of the Chris and Travis Experience. I'm Travis.
Making me Chris.
Yes, and this is our experience, and I hope you guys are offended.
Trigger.
But anyway, man, so this is episode 18. Yeah, we're moving along.
Pushing.
Yeah, man. So how was your week, Chris?
Man, I had a really chill weekend. I'm lying. I was at this day karate school all weekend long.
Oh, wow.
There was nothing chill about my weekend, but anything having to do with karate is a productive weekend, so I'm cool with it.
Okay, so you just here
we had preparations for belt testing. We had novice black belt testing on Saturday, and because if I'm gonna lose most of my day, I figure I'm just gonna dedicate the rest of the day. So we had a parent night out in our floors.
Okay.
And then Sunday we had sparring here. We had a bunch of
saw the tape. Saw J.O. came down.
Justin,
shout out to you, Justin.
Trent Spence came all the way
shout
over.
out to Trent.
2.5 hours, man, from South Carolina. That's commitment to your craft. Making, he was like, man, I know it's only 2.5 hours away, but the rounds we get, they're going to Joshua School, and now you've invited us over here, the people that we can come. Speedy was here, it was a good crowd.
Kevin was here, right?
Kevin was here, yeah, man, it was a nice crowd.
Okay, cool.
A lot of good rounds.
Yeah, we had to stop by and sit down and watch.
Yeah, record.
Yeah, hey, how's everybody doing? Yeah,
that was a moderately good blitz, but you drive your foot back.
Exactly.
It creates the illusion.
Yeah, exactly.
You can sit back and nitpick things.
Yeah, exactly. I'm at that age, people. I'm good, so I don't have to do all that crazy. So I'm definitely
Don't be fat. I eat too much.
What?
I said, I eat too much. You look like you got a good metabolism.
I do.
I don't have good control when it comes to food, so I got to work out still.
Hey, look, I need to work out because I'm starting to look in the mirror and see old man skinny.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm really not in shape, but it's not big enough.
It's I'm like, okay, I'm not in shape, but it's starting to look weird. So I'm like, all right, let's start working out again so I can get back in shape a little bit because I got the gym now inside the basement of the townhouse now. So yeah. So all that good stuff. I really didn't do anything. I was so tired.
Still trying to get that move done.
My move's done. I was just doing laundry, and that was it. I literally stayed at the house. Well, I did have to go to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross to get some bathroom fixtures. And I was like, all right, I got extra bathroom. Before I only had 2, now I got 4. I was like, all right, I gotta do something extra now.
Different floors, different themes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got a little different,
right.
Different bathrooms, guest bathrooms.
We men know about that stuff too, ladies.
Yeah, man. I was really trying to find something.
It's not real dainty or nothing, but we have ideas.
That's a lot of the stuff is dainty. That's something like no. I need some sexy man stuff.
What are you doing? Why do I pineapple toothbrush holders?
Exactly. I don't want none of that. No. Or it's got a lot of glitter and sparkles. I'm like, no, I'm good on that. I need something that's more sleek.
Home Depot needs to sell
yes,
we need a man brand.
We definitely do. I did find one that was like marble. So I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I was like, I didn't see one in this bathroom because it's kind of white and everything. The other one's like brown. So I'm like, all right, I used to do black and brown in that one. And downstairs, I'm like, all right. So I had to start looking through all that stuff. But it was cool. It was really great. Nothing crazy. Anything else that I did this weekend? No. I was like so tired from last week, just getting used to my new schedule because I got to drive to work earlier than I usually do.
Oh yeah,
because of traffic. Yeah. And I figured out why 285 was always messed up in the mornings because when you come around on the north side of it, and you're driving heading east, the sun is like dead in your eyes.
Beaming.
Yeah,
it's beaming. It's straight across.
Right.
Like you can't get underneath that visor. You gotta have a visor,
some sunglasses,
visor, and some glasses.
Yeah, yeah. So everybody's slowing down. So and the people merging in. So it's just like, all right. So I get it.
Now just wait till in the mornings when it gets real cold and it's a little like foggy.
Yeah.
You might be leaving an extra 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be in there early and leave early.
Yes, sir.
Around 3:30 from work now. Like skip all this. But yeah, so that was it. I mean, I didn't do anything crazy. Just had to do me time.
Yes.
I had me time, ladies. That's what I had. I had me time this weekend. Man. Yeah.
You wish I had that. I had karate and kid time.
Exactly.
And I love both, so I'm not complaining. A little me time here and there would be nice.
Yeah, and I'm sure you don't get it much. Is your last one on the total bubble?
Oh yeah, dads are
Yeah.
You're lucky if you get a piece of chicken still.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right, man. Let's get into some topics. Let's recap the weekend, I guess. So I mean, I didn't see what was going on down there in
North Carolina.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but it seemed like they had a good turnout. Because when I saw Legend was there, I was like, oh shoot.
Legend was there. Gypsy was there. Kevin was there. There was and Queen of New York. That was the other one.
Why didn't you know? You know?
Don't know, to be honest with you. I know Zach was in Alabama.
Okay. Yeah.
Dev is still not 100%. I think he's waiting to Diamonds to come back. Mouth surgery and the loss of tooth and everything. Kitana was probably just taking a break. I don't know. She didn't even come over on Sunday, so this might be her weekend to do her me weekend. You know what I mean? So like,
I was wondering about that. I just where I saw because they're
right close. Yeah, they were giving away decent money.
Yeah, and so for Legend to come up, for Gypsy to go.
Yeah, Legend because of Hope.
Right.
And then Hope and Christian, and then like.
But there was a few of them up there, like about 5 of them.
Yeah, Oscar and Christian fought in the finals. That was the younger dude. They brought a few people, but they were going to do that because again, they're going to support their teammate now. They have Hope on the team, and so that's a tournament where they can get it's a national level event. Ish, and they're working on and building and growing. So I mean, Florida is not that bad. They did send the other part of their team to the Daytona tournament. Battle of Daytona. Yeah. So those are the 3 big major events this weekend. Queen of New York.
Yeah, Queen of New York.
Battle of Daytona for I don't know if they're still Kick USA or if they're just Sport Karate USA, like one of the local Florida organizations. Always good. And then.
Yeah, I text Morgan this morning. I'm like, because I didn't see any updates. I'm like, yo, who won Queen of New York? And she was like, me. I was like, yes. Okay. Say yes, I know that. But
who was that?
Who
was there? Who was your faith there?
So I asked her. I kind of like, all right, so who won men's day? And she told me Ant won.
Ant won forms grands, fighting grands, and mixed teams.
Yeah, he was team Memorial. Yeah, so I was like, all right, so I was like, all right, so okay, then that's that. I made that easy. And I asked her, I was like, yo, did you sit in the chair? She was like, no. So my dad asked the same thing. I was like, why is my family like this? Like, I don't know. It's like, this is exactly how we are. Like,
she finished and she just walked away and put her stuff in the bag and came back over and bowed out.
I'm not sitting in that chair. Like, no, I'm not doing that. But, man, why would you guys? I'm not doing it.
You go sit in the chair for one person.
You're right.
One person. Good, brother.
Exactly.
That's it.
Right.
That's funny.
But yeah, all right. So in North Carolina, who won that? I wasn't really sure who won that.
Christian beat Yaskar for the finals. Yaskar hurt his shoulder, and they get like halfway through and bowed out.
So Christian beat Kevin? Or Yaskar beat Kevin?
No. Chad Cannon beat Kevin individually.
Okay. So how did you fight Sam?
Openweight.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was an openweight fight. And you want to do that one now, or do you want to say that one for a little bit?
We'll say it for a few seconds later.
Okay.
Yeah, just finish the recap before we talk about that.
Yeah. So
the drama.
A little bit of drama.
Yeah.
That's what my drama mean.
But
so that was it. I don't know who won forms. It's not a try.
I mean, it was a picture, I think.
Yeah.
Picture, but I didn't know who the person was, so I was kind of like,
I usually don't. Some of them, like when they're out of those dogs.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say, right? The one thing that I will say about this and what's his name, Trey Courtney. As a national level event, I did expect to see a live stream. I don't know what happened with that. They couldn't find one. I did look for it because I saw a little bit of a live. Somebody had Facebook Lived the Friday night eliminations for overweight, so I watched those.
I think, the only person who does that is Alex and Poitfinder. So, but they were doing Daytona, but usually they have somebody.
I saw on there he was trying. He was saying, "Hey, can I get anybody to get me a live stream up there?" So, like, as a national level promoter trying to get into a national level event, I would have sucked up my data plan and I would have put the live stream up. I would have said, "Hey, Alex, can I get the login and can I do it on Point Fighter Live?" And I would have done that with my own. You know what I mean? That's just something for me as a growing, budding national event because it was a good turnout. There were good teams, good names. You brought in some good stuff.
Yeah.
From the pictures and the few video clips that I did see, it looked like it had a good amount of people. So
I got a feeling that might actually grow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is the first time I heard it, and then I saw the
this is like the third year. I knew they had a North Carolina Open, but it's the second year that it's been on my radar as that's a bigger event. They're going.
They're doing something.
It's getting bigger. So Trey's doing the right thing. Obviously learning from bumps on the roads from before. We had talked about them for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they seem to be growing. He's trying his best to be a good customer service. So
yeah,
I mean, just adding into that, I would add your live stream or figure out how to get a live stream up there. So
yeah, so
get a little bit more publicity and people who want to see that the Gypsy versus Legend, or they want to, if that was your team fight, if that was the openweight Chance and Kevin, I would love to watch that fight. Styles make fights, and that's a wonderfully styled fight.
So you want to talk about it now?
Yeah, of course we're going to talk about it now.
All right. So you saw the video, or part of the video. I still haven't seen the video. I just saw Kevin's talking about it.
Kevin's talking about, that was kind of one of those. Only a part of the fight was either put up for a little while or talked about. I've seen a little piece of it. He brought it in and showed me where, after an exchange, he felt he got the kick and then Chance swings.
Wait, so what happened? So they called stop?
They did call stop, but it was Chance, so it was one or two extra shots like usual.
Yes.
Like he squares up, pulls off, and throws he threw a pretty hard right, caught Kevin on the back up with his hands down and clipped him and kind of wobbled him and only got real woozy and a little wobbly. Kevin's a light guy, Chance is a big guy who throws hard, not expecting. Keep your hands up, Kev. But I'm
going to say this. Okay. Just before you get to the next part. Yes. Kevin has been the person when he gets hit late does the fake like I get hurt. But this time,
my man, this time he got caught. He hit me, I kind of wobbled a little look, and he was like, "Woo!" Yeah. And he was like, "I don't think so, Tim."
Yeah.
And then he proceeded to slap and spread. so the first minute of the video, I guess, is where the little ruffian and rough action happens, and the hard shot, a little late, but not too bad. Not like it was an absolute blatant late shot, like he turned his back, not like a battle shot. Mm-hmm. But it was a little late, no big deal. But then proceeded to get spread after that, that's where you lead into the glory versus power, the timing and the speed versus the intimidation factor. Because Chance is growing as a technical fighter, getting a little bit better over the time frame, but he's still going to throw his life away on those crazy kicks, and then he's definitely going to try to bomb on you. Because if he can intimidate you and pucker you up, his technique becomes 10 times cleaner.
What did the judges say? After the shot, did they say anything? Nothing. They just kind
of brought it back in. You okay? All right.
No warning, nothing. Okay.
Nah,
because it wasn't that late.
It really wasn't that late. It was a break. Okay. It was just. He was backing up like, yeah, click. Oh, hey, wait a minute. And he was like super bad, but it was like, we kept the breath for a second. All right, shook it off. Now it's time to collect points.
Okay.
And it went from instead of, and that's the one thing that Kevin is probably better than a lot of people that I've seen at. He doesn't immediately go after the retaliation. He doesn't immediately try to fire back. He tries to score and get up by 2 or 3, and then when you're not expecting it, try to crank one out. That's one thing on Kevin's side that I will give him, because I watched.
Did he do that?
He gave 1 or 2 shots, but proceeded to say, I'm faster and I can score better. So he went okay, you're trying to hurt me, I'm going to try to embarrass you with the numbers. So he didn't try to go back, because he's got to realize that Chance is probably a little bit too big for him to stand there and try to swing. He's got to catch it off of a counter, he's back fisting, extending, and then he can catch one and rock him a little bit. But to stand there and go toe to toe with Chance size-wise is probably not the smartest idea.
Okay.
I would imagine.
I mean, I don't know if he believes that. 30 pounds lighter.
Ooh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Chance's height and his compactness and his build, he's a strong dude. I fought Chance quite a few times. He's a strong dude.
I haven't fought Chance.
If he hits you with one of them big shots, you better catch him in the glove. It doesn't feel good. Mm-hmm. But, there are other things about that.
Cool. So, yeah. All right. Anything else coming from the North Carolina Open that we should talk about? Anything else that we talked about? Anything, I guess?
No, other than that, from what I've seen, it seems to have been a well-run event, pretty organized. Nighttime show was pretty good. They had lights on the stage, and they did it. They did it like a show. So, good job, Trent. Good job, North Carolina Open.
Yeah, I think Trent Spencer. Did he fight? Did he go?
I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. We didn't talk about that. We didn't mention that. Okay. I don't know if he went. I know they talked about them not having a live stream. They were like, hey, why? That was a bigger tournament. Why didn't they have a live stream?
So he probably didn't go.
Yeah. South Carolina, North Carolina, it can't be that far, but depending on what you want to do. Plus, he's just coming back from that foot surgery.
They're on the border. Yeah. Right.
And last Sunday he went to Josh's and did some light rounds with Josh, Katana, and Devin, and those 4 did like a couple of light rounds because they posted up a picture of that too. So I think this was like his second week back of like harder rounds.
So he's probably just getting back into it. I completely forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, man, my man's foot was all kinds of crazy. He had cool scars and everything. He had some good surgery.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that second one, like after it was a Trent that got the throat thing with the face mask. Or was that Blake?
I think it was Trent.
I thought it was too. So
I think it was Trent.
So that was like back to back for him.
Yeah.
They're a pretty good little fighter, man.
I mean,
Trent, thank you for coming over, boy. Good, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be fast. That might be a fast.
Good.
And a half step back.
Yeah, you're not as fast as you used to be.
People. Hey, but
not as fast as you used to be. Right?
No, never.
Yeah, perceptual speed now.
It's perceptual. I got good timing.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the inside scoop.
Yeah,
Alex and Jeff.
Let's do it.
We were just having a conversation off the air before we started up about. We'll start with one judge, and you kind of agree with
Jeff. I do. And I will say,
let me tell you this. When he said it, most people don't know, I'm the one behind the scenes recording it. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I'm doing my own thing and I'm listening to those guys talk. And when he said it, I remember stopping and slowly turned my chair around. Like, wait, what? And they're just going, I'm like, oh, wait, now I'm just interested. Like, yo,
you had the Alex reaction, because Alex reaction was like, wait, say that again.
All right, like,
what you saying?
What?
Which one y'all just hit me? But listen, it's not the worst idea I've ever heard. It's really not. And the way he laid it out is, I think, the way professional judging, if you want to be an elite level sport, it has to be. You can't have promoters judging. You can't have team coaches judging. You can't have players judging. Even though I personally agree right now, active fighters are better judges than a lot of other people. Not everybody, but a lot of other people. But you have to create a separation. There has to be. No referee in the NFL is allowed to just sit around in the locker room and hang out and chit chat with the players. No NBA referee is allowed to do that. You can't stay in the same hotel room as one of the teams. Like, you're put separate because they want no controversy. They want no, they were in it together. There was no fixing of anything. So they keep them as in the public eye, as perception, as far away from each other as you can.
Well, that's the hotel.
Right, but it comes into the same thing, because if you have one judge, and I don't agree, and I agreed with them when they said, Alex and Jeff, when they said you can't have three, you have to have three judges for fighting. You have to. One person can't see everything, and that's just going to be too much, and then you get an ego.
But you think one person can see everything in the home?
Yes, because you have an outside. You're looking at one performance, and but it has to be somebody like what Jeff said. It has to be Carmichael. It has to be somebody who everybody knows that person is absolutely qualified to judge any open form. Would anybody go against what Carmichael said when it comes down to stances, tricking, and then the rest of that? Most people probably would.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Would anybody say that Michael Jordan can't coach?
Yes.
Stop and think about that.
Yes, probably.
Because, if he doesn't do it, the general public would not say that Michael Jordan can't coach.
No, the general public would probably say he's an amazing coach because he's an amazing player.
Chances are, but you've seen this,
and it doesn't always work out.
Right, exactly.
Some of the greatest competitors are horrible instructors, are horrible coaches, but some of the worst people ever. Like, this dude never won a freaking second place trophy in a blue belt division. Is an amazing architect on how they build their structures.
Exactly.
I get that.
That's why when you guys are saying like Carmichael,
but I wouldn't even need Carmichael. But you got people like, there are some very, very good judges who aren't even black belts.
Okay. I don't think you have to be.
But it comes down to the level, and I think it doesn't really matter what one judge, three judges, five judges. It doesn't really matter. It comes down to training and availability. That's what it comes down to. When you look at those things, it's easier to train one person to do a whole forms division, and the availability of that one person to pay them and to bring them in is way easier. Jeff made the perfect example. You have 20 rings. That's a mid-level, that's a mid-sized national event. 20 rings. Smaller NASCAR tournament, right? Yeah. 20 times 3. 60 people. Now to train them and to do it right, you have to take the training, you have to take the courses, you have to get the payments to pay these people.
Right.
Times 60 people. Plus you have to get them there every weekend, once a month at every tournament to have the same fairness of the same people who are trained. Or you have to have a plethora of a huge pool of people that you can say, all right, this is a region, this is a region, this is a region, but that goes back to regions and training people regionally. But again, it all comes down to money, how much it costs to do it, and the easement of how easy it is for you to get it.
Okay.
And you're looking at numbers at 3s and 5s per rings. That's way too difficult, way too hard, and way too expensive to do that.
All right, I'm not going to play devil's advocate, so I'm just looking at it from this other standpoint. But when you look at it, is it that okay? Like you brought up the NBA and the NFL and all that, right? Well, Robert Kraft and the New England Patriots aren't paying the refs.
The organization does.
So whatever organization you're with should be the ones who are supplying the judges for that area.
Correct.
So it really comes down to the leagues are the ones who should be doing that.
Now, see, where my overall game plan was, we had a thing in Florida, Team Pro.
Yes.
I talked about them, mentioned them very quickly the other day when we were talking.
Another podcast, yeah. Another episode. Make sure you go back and listen to it.
Check that back out.
Episode blah blah blah.
Yeah. No, because Promac is doing it now. They're trying to get organized. They're getting T-shirts. They're doing all that thing, and then they're starting that. We did that in Florida for years. We brought 12 center referees, 2 event coordinators, 2 medics every tournament, and they paid X amount of money.
12 and 60.
That's 12 and 60. Absolutely. You train and you pay those judges. Now everybody else who comes as a volunteer, that head judge had a meeting. This is how we do our forms. These are the points. These are the legal things. These are the things I want you to watch out for because these are the infractions. These are the areas. This is what we're doing. Now you have somebody who is a mid-level manager, a small-time manager, shift manager, is your center referee. You pay your shift manager a little bit better. You give those guys free entry fees for the corner judging.
But here's what I'm saying about this whole thing.
The promoter has to provide them. The organization.
The reason why, because why else are you paying dues?
And you have to pay for the award ceremony. So you buy your jacket or your belt or whatever organization we're talking about. You got to pay the 35 or 65 or 85 or whatever.
What is the purpose of this? So I'm just throwing this out there. I'm saying
that's to pay for the lady to input all the scores and put all that stuff in there so you can have your points. And part of it is that.
That goes to paying for Ubitex. But I'm just going to
should it stay or should it go? Sorry. I'm on my business. Well, Alex and Jeff, I listen like twice.
All right. So, but because of that, where's the money going? Where does the money go? If I'm paying this money to compete on this organizational level, and there is an organization, what is the purpose of the organization at that point? If the promoter is the main person has to pay for all this other stuff, what is the purpose of this organization?
Honest to God, I don't know. To have something above each individual. I don't know.
I mean, that's honestly,
I get it. I've been saying that for years with all of the organizations. What are you doing to give back to show that you're, like what we talk about in our businesses? I have to show my clientele the value of what I have to have them come back to it. I guess because it's the name, they don't have to show the value. Their customer services aren't that.
It's just tradition, man. Everybody knows they're so used to the last 40 years going to the same tournaments. And my daddy went here, my uncle went here, my mama went here. And so therefore, you know what I mean? Yeah. So therefore, it's just people just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So it's no change. We'll get to that another time about change. But anyway,
but I mean, and now we're seeing one organization just basically swallow everything else.
Yeah, it's been that way, and somebody else pops up.
It's definitely been that way. But there's not going to be in this climate, you're not going to have another national circuit that's going to try to fight that. You're going to try to run your own individual thing and then get to replace one of those other events.
Yes, it's interesting to see.
Because there's no other national. There is no other national.
You say national, but I'm interested in seeing how WKC is growing in a certain fashion that for the first time in a long time, NASCAR has rescheduled the diamonds. Yep. Right? And I'm just gonna say certain things I've heard as the Pan Ams were struggling, mostly struggling. We're taking a hit some years when it was in America because it was running up against the same weekend as WKC.
So before that, it was the other ones. Yeah, it does. Right. They do. There has been, and they never fought them before.
Right.
They never fought any of them. When WKA, WKU, WKC.
And now all of a sudden this year they decided to flip it to where one of the most popular events is the end, which it always should be. Diamonds really should be the end.
Diamonds should be
the last event. And I get it. And so it's the weekend before the actual WKC. So it's interesting to see now that, but I'm not saying that as that
takeover.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a takeover. I'm saying that it's
a work together more.
I don't know if it's a work.
I think it's just trying not to.
I think it is. I think it is. I think it is that
they're trying to do it the weekend before to draw more there, so they won't.
Yes, and so it's
because it's the week and the culminates on the weekend. It finishes the championships on Saturday, right?
Yes. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm looking at I think it finishes on Friday. But so it's like from Monday to Friday, basically. It's that
okay.
People come in on Saturday, Sunday, blah blah blah. So I'm just looking at it from the standpoint when the elephant starts to move, everybody pays attention. Like, wait, you've never had to move. You've never had to do this, and why would it be? I mean, you could have moved Pan Am forward to September. What's in September?
Is there tournament in September? I don't know.
No, it's no major NASCAR tournament. They could have, but they decided not to. Question why? Maybe because they I guess they can say, hey, we don't want to go up against hurricane season. So maybe that's, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I knew that's why a lot of them, because and yeah,
they move it to the end.
Push it. Yeah, but so man, y'all gotta move that joint to like January, like make that the first time of the year, move AKA to like.
Yeah, get that out of Chicago, which would be smart.
Keep it in Chicago.
No, we not get out of Chicago. Yeah, get it out.
Freaking Chicago winter, guy.
Yeah, put it in September, and that would be smart. Everybody gets to go to Miami
during January. You go to the hot states during the cold months where everybody gets to. Oh my God, we get to go to Miami. How many people would want to go to Miami in January over October? October's hot still.
Yep.
I mean, it ain't July.
Right. I mean, it's nice still here in Atlanta.
U.S. Open is in July, so the heat is not what bothers people.
Right. But it would get long to go down to Miami.
I've always thought about that. I was always like, cold months should never be done. Tournaments should never be done in a cold state or in a cold month. I want to see Minnesota. I want to go see St. Paul. I want to see Minneapolis. I want to go see those things. When I want to, I don't want to go out there on 3 feet of snow. Listen, I'm a Floridian, bro. I don't want to go see snow anyway. I don't like to go up the Mason-Dixon. Like, it's just too cold. Other things I like to go up, but it's just too cold.
But when we strayed off the topic, I don't know where we started from this. We were just talking about we were talking about judges and the league should be exactly. We went way off topic.
Big that far off.
But anyway, so the league should actually, I think, be the ones who are, but to me, back to the one judge, I think that is a Band-Aid or a broken leg.
Well, yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't look at it like, that causes even more problems.
It's going to cause its own group of problems. Yeah. But at this point, where we're at, small changes aren't going to make an effect. You have to do something drastic, shake, and then all the puzzle pieces start to fall back in alignment. Wait. I used to love when we did this, and that wasn't a bad idea. I hated all that.
What? This is gonna sound crazy, but what if, with technology now, that instead of the judges having to sit by ringside, if they're watching them from somewhere else?
That would be fantastic, especially the forms. I wouldn't do that with fighting because you got to have somebody moving the damn camera around to see that. But as a form, like you can set up like a camera and have the 3 judges
different angles. You can have different angles. You can have whatever you want, and they just put in their score.
Now that brings up a secondary element to that. Jeff was talking about, they tried to do it at the U.S. Open a few years, where now you have the technical score. And then the creative score.
Yeah.
And NASCAR tried to jump on and do it at nighttime shows and then dropped. The U.S. Open was the one that did it. Create artistic score, technical score. What the level of difficulty you do in your form is. You do 3 fulls, that's fine. That's X. You do a double and you do like a misleg, or you get, you have qualifications that give you that. But
all of that's fine. But guess what?
Still asking about John.
Yeah. You can't drag me over there and say, "Hey, judge this." You get out of my face.
That's why you have to have specialized judges for specialized things. I'm sorry, I am sick and tired. I love it. And this is no disrespect because he's a great judge. Dennis Brown. I love Dennis Brown to death. But as a kung fu stylist, how can he accurately judge Japanese Okinawan techniques? As a Japanese stylist, I am not qualified to judge a soft style form. I don't know what soft style stances are supposed to look like. I don't know if that was a wobble or if that was a move. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I'm not as a karate guy, I'm not going to go judge somebody's art. It's better than what I can do. Looks pretty good to me. $300, it ain't that good. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. So fighters who don't do forms, and there are a lot of them, they should not be judging. Forms people and dads who don't do fighting probably shouldn't do it without the proper training.
I will say this. Fighters should judge forms. If, preface to if, underbuilt kids.
Man, don't put them fighters in that. Them fools got an attention span of a goldfish, and you can put them in 9 and 10-year-old green belts. There's 30 of them, and they all do 3 forms.
Look, 9 and 10-year-old, 11, 12, that is like the worst.
7 and 8. 7 and 8-year-old intermediates. Oh my God.
Just that range from 7 to 11. Whatever it is, 7 to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever that range is, that is like, I think 11, 12 as much. But 7, 8, 9, 10,
yes.
Woo, that is like the worst division to have to judge.
So many of y'all, and y'all do the same forms.
Yeah.
Most there's like 10 of y'all from the same school doing the same form.
Yes. Yes. And
there's like one that does it like stronger, and there's one that yells louder, and that's got better stances, and one that's got better kicks, and you're looking at them all like, we could put y'all together. You know, we all know it. I mean, I was that kid. Yeah. I was that kid too. So I'm not making fun of nobody. That I just recall and recollection. That's who we were. But yeah, man, that's a rough division. I'm like, yo, give me the 5-year-olds. Give me the 16, 17-year-olds. Yeah. Give me the underbelt adults.
I hate the underbelt adults.
I don't mind it. They're funny to watch.
That's why I hate them.
They're funny to watch. 18 to 45-year-old beginner men is the
do you like judging their fighting?
Yeah.
I hate that. Oh my God, so many leg kicks.
Oh my God. It's entertainment for me.
They try,
oh my God, they so hard. They got the weird blocks and they elbowing each other.
Like, no, man.
I do not spar. I do not spar the beginner adults. No. I will watch them. I will judge them. I will not work out with them. I have had more injuries sparring my students than like adult students than anybody else in the history of my life.
Like, oh God, no!
I'm gonna get an elbow to the shin. I'm gonna get poked in the eyeball.
Spinning back fist. It just all wrong.
Spinning back claw. Like you got tiger claw across the face because
I hate the one that they just start scratching because you trying to. He's like, wait, what are you doing?
I had a guy at our school. Yeah, they were brothers. Daryl and his other brother.
Darrell?
No, Daryl.
Daryl and Darrell?
No, Daryl and his other brother, Daryl. No, I'm just kidding. They're Daryl and Dennis, but it was an old comedy sketch. It was like, I'm Daryl, and my other brother, Daryl. Like, so it was just a joke. But these two dudes, they came in with no experience, but they love Bruce Lee movies. So they came in as far with their hands open in the gloves. And doing that in my karate school with Mr. Smith. Now we're a traditional school, so like my instructor's like, you don't go over there and hit all that squeaking and woo out of him. And of course I tried to hit him with a good, I caught him the first time with a good reverse punch. Every other time I tried, he freaked out because they hit him so hard. They would even elbow over the top of my elbow, my hand, and elbow. I'm like, I'm not sparring him no more, guy. This is not okay. You come in with Bruce Lee doing skip side kicks, man. Nah.
All right, it's story time.
Oh, story time.
Yeah. All right, so look. I'm gonna go with the funnier version of this funnier story. All right, so here we are. This was probably I know exactly what it was. 1996. We went to the battle. No, we went to Bluegrass in June.
Okay.
Right, so we go down to the Bluegrass. And while we were away, these two dudes come to the karate school, and they wanted to spar. They were kung fu dudes, and so they came in. And all of them were there we always spar on Friday nights. So they came in and they started sparring some other people, doing crazy stuff, hitting legs, doing all kind of wild stuff. Now, if you know me in my high school years, we had a crew called Out of Order, all right? There was about 7 of us, right? And we should throw a little hand sign. We were not a gang, but we had little hand signs for the karate team. We were the karate school. Out of order, had 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. You know, we crossed it. It was out of order. Whatever. So, all right. So we're in there, and like, so we get back. We hear about like the dudes came to the karate school. Now, mind you, one of the guys went to high school with one of the people in 3-0. Right? So he threw it up, and then like when they were leaving, and broke it. Like. You know,
that's disrespect, sir.
It is super disrespectful, right? So my uncle heard about it. Like, we were like, wait, what? They came in and they did this. They were beating up like underdogs and all this other stuff. It's like, what? She's like, all right. So we told Pete, we were like, yo, Pete, make sure they come back next Friday. He's like, all right, we're gonna come back next Friday. So when they come back next Friday, they walk in. Now, mind you, this is 96. This was the time that I started to grow. I was short. I started to grow at this time. And so I had to have my knee drained so I couldn't fight. I literally had to sit on the side. And so it was a whole bunch of people. Ski was there. Pete was there. One of our boys, Dewan. We was just a whole bunch of people there, right? So they come in and we just look at them like, yo. So my Uncle Steve would come in and I was like, yo, those dudes from last week. He was like, okay. All right. So he doesn't get dressed. Of course. What he does, he sits back and when they started sparring, he picked up a newspaper and covered up his face. Right? That was it. He wasn't gonna say anything. He didn't have to say nothing. He had to do nothing.
Oh, everybody in the news. Everybody in the room. Green light.
They went ham on these dudes, man. I mean, they beat the brakes off these dudes.
Yes.
Like
I know that.
They were base leg sweeping them.
Yes.
They beat the brand. People was like, oh, the kick and the flip. He was trying to. Yeah, exactly. He was trying to. They was trying to do that. Do this little pop. The boy, they took L on that boy. They got you look, man, I was so mad I couldn't fight. Man, they had them dudes up against the wall, beating them up against the wall, pop. You know, Steve's that old school. Steve's that pop. Like the grown men were in there beating up these teenage boys.
You don't come in.
Yeah, like, yes, you don't come in there our place and then disrespect us while we not. It literally
that's
Last Dragon type
you
stuff.
Like, you just waited till I wasn't here.
Yeah.
I didn't have to kiss my Converse.
And then throwing up the 3-0 like what?
That's like coming to school and doing the DX.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yo, are y'all serious right now? Man, I was so heated I couldn't fight, man. And you know, matter of fact, I think it was 97 because that was really when I started. I think I had to meet Dre, and because it was the same year that we had the Clash of the Titans, and I couldn't fight in the team fight for the Clash of the Titans. So I was mad, man. Like, just bull, man. I want to be out there, man. Cause I was one of the hotheads of the school.
Oh yeah,
and got the fights all the time. Yeah, man. I mean, I wasn't as bad as some of the other ones. Like it was Dewan, then it was Pete, then it was me. I would say out of the three, and Ski. Ski was up there. Ski had that little man's complex.
I was just saying,
people up.
What you say to me?
Yeah, it didn't take much, and Ski was gonna go off on you. Yeah, but
still like that.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Hey, I'm the same way though.
Yeah, see, you little guys always want to fight. But the funny thing is, I was that way when I was little. When I was shorter, I was like that. I don't know what happened when I grew. I was like, yeah, I don't care.
Pat you on the head, tell you to go away. You're not gonna pat me on my head. That's the dynamic right there.
Let me get on this.
I don't even know. Story time.
No, it was before that because you said talked about the Bruce Lee dude.
We ate that judging.
We ate judging the
35-year-old white belt pen, yellow belt pen. That's sketchy.
I always leave with scratches from them.
Scratches.
Like, what are y'all throwing?
They don't know how. Listen, okay. Instructors.
That's why I'm impressed by you, Chris. Texas.
Chris Gallo?
No.
Chris, would you say Chris from Texas?
Man, Chris, who's on K-Top.
Oh, Chris Robinson.
Yeah, Chris Robinson. Yeah. He was the green belt going out there.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Black belt.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Step the game up. Robinson.
Yeah, I was.
Shout out, Pitt.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like, Chris was dope underbuilt or dope. Like,
Nah. Not everybody's built the same.
He's rare. I don't think I've ever seen anybody like him. Like, no. You'll pick up on that.
I found out that I heard. I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard like DeAndre Walker was a black belt when he was out fighting.
I don't think he was.
He was like purple belt, brown belt, green belt.
He was an underbelt.
I knew he was an underbelt.
Yeah, he wasn't a black belt. I remember that.
Yes, he was on the squad. With you.
Yeah. It's my Brooks, man.
That was
Well,
he was the newest guy on the team.
No, he was rookie. Well, he had fought that year, but and in the adults, but and then that's when we.
Well, no, he fought that year,
And
I fought him in adults a few times.
Yeah.
Then he got picked up. He beat me. I think he beat me once. Quebec. He did you though. I never fight good in Quebec.
I never fought
good in Quebec. I don't know if it was the travel. I don't know if it was just me not really caring because I was in a different country and we want to get some food. I don't know what it was, but like
I would say one year
never knew well in Quebec.
I went to Quebec and we had a layover in Montreal, and we hung out because that was the year that they were filming 300, and Elias was in it.
Oh yeah.
He was at 300, so we were just kind of chilling out in Montreal for like half a day or whatever before we had to go up to Quebec, which was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I ain't minded it at all. But it was just different, man. I don't know why that just popped in my head, but
stories out.
Yeah, some random stuff that just ended up happening. Anyway, we got any more to talk about with that subject?
I know they want to get rid of the maximum deviation thing they were talking about.
I hate that.
I ain't mad at that. You hate maximum deviation?
Yeah.
I grade. Right. I saw what I saw. You give me a range from here to here. Don't tell me what I can score.
Right. I don't like that.
I never liked it. I will say that it has become easier that the digital systems automatically do it. Yeah. So they take the center score and they adjust the other scores automatically. So you don't have to sit there. You don't have to call out a judge. You don't have to do that. So it's that part of the Juventex and whatever the Digico or whatever the other one, whatever those other ones are. That's one of the benefits of them. I'm not really mad at them saying that stuff's got to go though.
The Juventex?
Whether, like I said, there's another company out there. There's like two of them. I mean, Juventex is the major one, but like whatever the other, I think it's like Digico or something like that. But I'm okay with them going. Honestly, we sit at tournaments for so long. A lot of times, waiting for the division to get done. Then it's got to shuffle once and get it. Then it's got to shuffle again, and then you wait. Somebody's late, so you got to now go back and recheck that person in. Well, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, I don't get it.
Well, you're a programmer, so you understand that world a whole lot better than I do. I don't understand.
You just don't run it. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, once it's done, right, you know who's fighting who. The system tells you who's fighting who.
Yes.
Why is there such a long pause in between matches? It never makes sense to me. Like, they'll be sitting there like, yo, the system is designed to show you, like, yo, this is the division.
Right. So you two are next.
Yeah, you call the people out, check and see if they're there. You do one last call or whatever it is, you run the ring. If that person isn't there, it's the same as when you have paper. I don't understand what takes so long from division to division, and I don't understand what takes so long from fight to fight. It never makes sense to me. I'm like, yo, why is this such a wait?
And now on that part of it, you have to train the spectators like you're talking about training the judges. You mean
scorekeeper time?
Sorry. Yeah, you train
the spectators.
Sorry.
You gotta sit there.
You gotta sit down, you better be quiet, you better clap when they do
right.
Cool.
No more 2-2-2. I do hate that. But anyway.
I do too. I do too. But it's weird because it's backwards. We're training the scorekeepers and we're paying for the scorekeepers to be trained, but we won't do that with the judges, the people who
are they paying the scorekeepers?
Some do.
Oh, but they do pay them. They do pay the judges with
half sandwich. You know, most people don't eat pork anyway. So many people don't go.
I'm vegan now. Where's my vegan sandwich?
It's called a salad guy.
It's a
salad with no cherries.
You had an Impossible Whopper?
I have. I had to taste it.
Yeah, I like it.
It's not bad. They cook it on the same grill they cook the regular Whoppers on, so it's still not vegan. But okay, whatever. And I think it's that, Burger King rotates into a little toaster thingy. So they can get through the broiler.
Well, you know what's funny to me about that whole thing is like food. Like, all right, this is vegan. That's plant-based protein. I'm like, think about this. What did they have to do to that plant to make it look, taste, and feel like a real hamburger?
And how many animals' food supply do they have to cut off, to cut down, and how much of the rainforest are we going to have to cut down to continue to plant to have all these things?
I don't care. I'm like, well, I care.
You care about that.
I'm saying,
but I'm with you. What kind of chemical changes does it have to be? It can't really be plant-based to taste like
process.
It's a process that's chemically changed. It's probably got GMOs and preservatives. No, that's what I never understand about health food. Listen, anything that's sold to you as a health food is not freaking healthy. Those naked juices, those things are some of the worst, most sugary-filled drinks ever. Those are the worst drinks, but are sold as a health food. You look at sugar-free stuff with aspartame, that's what people's brains. Like, let's be real. Don't go with healthy. Don't go with natural food. Natural food.
You said it. Natural.
That's all it is.
Food.
I'm sorry. People will look at me funny all the time when I tell people, where I go shopping on a regular basis for produce and stuff like that.
Korean market?
Oh yeah. H-Mart, Super H-Mart. H-Mart. World Asian Market over in Norcross is good. But on a regular, everyday basis, because I don't have to drive that far, Aldi.
Go to Aldi.
I go to Aldi. Everybody look, Aldi's foreign. Aldi is weird. Aldi is cheap. Their stuff is cheap. Yes, it is. But they're also owned by, it's a German-based company, so they follow the European Union rules for food. So preservatives and GMOs and all that stuff, they follow the European Union rules for food. They don't follow the FDA food. Obviously, it has to comply with FDA, but if it doesn't meet FDA and European standards, you're not getting it. So it's like going to the grocery store in Germany or in France where they say everything is healthier and better and more natural. So why not do that in America with the German store? Plus, I went in there, the 2 for $5 strawberries or the 2 for $6 strawberries that they got at Publix. Mm-hmm. They sell that whole thing for $1 only. The same brand, the same organic, the same everything for $1 instead of 2 for $5. So I reckon 5 for $5. People just don't like Aldi because they like their brands, they like their Publix, they like their Nabisco, they like their whatever because that's what they grew up with kids. Now I'm looking at
because you get that off-brand stuff.
Yeah, listen,
you got that off-brand stuff.
Yeah, because they don't know about that Dollar General. They don't know about that Family Dollar.
Yeah.
That off-brand.
All right,
you ain't chuckling hard enough. You don't know enough.
How I wish.
Bro, where that group?
Yeah, we're way off topic. I have no idea what topic we've been on. To be honest with you.
Judges and food and how they pay their judges. How we were talking about Juventus and how they
yes, we were on
paying the spectators. We are paying scorekeepers. Not again spectators 2 times now.
There you go.
Can't pay spectators either.
That'd be interesting. Here's some money for you. So just to watch us.
This is a presidential candidate who's saying that.
Did not see that coming.
I knew you did that.
Just say, wow, all right.
We'll leave all the presidency stuff.
Yeah. Yep. All right, where we at? Oh, we got 53 minutes. We got a good time. All right, so, anyway. So what else we got? Let's go team fight. Oh, I do have one question for you, Chris.
Okay. Shoot.
Blind people.
Okay.
They walk their dogs.
Yes.
How do they pick up after their dogs?
They're probably like most Americans and don't.
Is that illegal?
Yes, that you can get fined in most places.
Well, yes.
Ordinances.
If you don't pick up the dog, but are blind people exempt from that?
Man, I don't know. That's a good question.
Hey, how do they feel around?
I would. What? Ooh, speaking of blind people, sorry, you bit me real quick. Did you see that a blind man invented one of the canes that has Bluetooth and GPS in it, so like it'll track you and it'll talk to you like your cell phone. So turn right here, and it'll just know by how the sensor touches.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
How do you invent it?
He had other people who could see. He probably had the idea.
He probably had the idea.
He knew how. He kind of knew how to work it. And then obviously,
and he probably had some money.
Did it?
He tested it out and everything. He probably was a major contributor, but I don't.
But he was not the maker. He was the inventor. We'll say he invented it. He had the idea.
He was the idea person. What do you call an idea person?
The inventor.
But if you don't,
the person who has the idea and tells them how to do it and tells them how to get it done, that person holds the patent. That person holds the intellectual property. The person who makes it only knew how to make it because the other person told them what to do.
What if somebody, if you come up with an idea, if you come up with an idea and I just run off and invent it and put the patent on it, are you still the inventor?
Absolutely not. Well, not by the patent ways and not by the money ways. No. Ask Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison.
That's what I'm saying. So idea-wise, so what is the idea person, not the inventor? The person who actually carries it out is the inventor, but who is the person who came up with the idea? What do they call that person?
The fool. The one who wasn't smart enough to patent it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I use the Edison and Tesla example all the time. Thomas Edison didn't invent a light bulb. He didn't invent the light, but he had a contract. Everybody who worked underneath him, any of their inventions automatically went to him, so he got the rights to all that stuff. So that's where money sometimes supersedes talent. I mean, we look at it all the time with NFL owners and all that stuff. But that's where funny things start to happen.
Yeah.
The blind guy. I don't know how the blind guy should do that. I don't know.
So what are the idea people are the Winklevoss?
Yeah, probably.
Winklevoss. Anyway,
Facebook guys.
Exactly. All right. Let's move on from the blind man talk.
I see some blind man.
Let's do team fighting. Because I guess you could go with people you never fought or team fighting. Which way you want to go with this?
It don't matter because they both kind of segue in there. Because team fighting, you have more of an opportunity to fight people. You get chances to fight people you normally wouldn't fight, and then that leads into people you haven't, or people you haven't fought, and then all the team fights you've had. I mean, it really kind of goes.
All right, so start with people you haven't fought.
People you have never fought.
All right.
And there are big name peoples. I've fought a lot of big name people, and there's just people I have never fought in a tournament.
I'm trying to think of somebody I haven't fought.
Lightweight. All the tournaments we've ever been to, I said this before, Willie. I have never fought Willie in a tournament. I've known Willie since the mid-90s. I've never fought Willie in a tournament.
That's crazy.
I haven't fought ski since I actually turned 18.
Okay. I'm trying, because I think I fought a lot of people once. I'm trying to think of someone I haven't fought. And it would probably have to be on the lighter side.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of mine are heavier, and fight. I've never, all the years we've been on the same team, I've never fought Los.
No, never Los. I fought Los. Of course, I fought Williamski.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get
local too.
I don't think I've ever fought Chris Slay.
No, I've never fought Chris.
I never fought Chris. A lot of the Bay Area competitors I have not fought.
Josh May,
no,
Mike Jefferson, Jamal, Jason.
I don't think I fought Mike.
Kyle or Q. I've never fought Jamal in a tournament either.
Never fought Kyle. No, I've never fought Jamal.
I've never fought Jamal.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever fought Jamal.
As a teammate, I've never fought Jamal.
Yeah. So the Bay Area is most of the people I haven't ever fought.
I never fought Elias Lemon in a tournament.
No,
I've never fought. I fought Alex.
Yeah, I never fought Elias. Well,
I fought Mike Welsh. Who fought in a tournament?
Yeah. So I've never fought Elias. Okay, yeah, there we go. I was thinking, who have I not fought? But I was thinking, because a lot of people I was thinking about were older cats, older than me, like Pedro or Mike Pombero.
People like that.
No, I fought Reggie.
Oh, you fought Reggie?
I fought Reggie.
I fought Reggie.
That's what I'm saying. So it was I fought.
I I didn't fight Ak. I was supposed to fight Ak and team, but I didn't fight Ak. I fought Jody.
Fought Freddie. Depending.
I've never fought Freddie.
I fought Freddie. I think.
Only Ray I never fought was Jesse.
Yeah, I never fought Jesse.
I fought Sheldon. I fought Kodak.
Yeah, I never fought Jesse.
Never fought James.
Wait, have I fought Jesse?
Probably. I would have imagined. I would have bet money that y'all two would have fought.
No, I don't think.
I would have gone with the SEC.
But if I did, it would have been the later in my Paul Mitchell years, in like a team fight or something to that effect. But I don't remember fighting Jesse. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Because in team fights is where you get a lot of the cross fights.
Team fighters, well, especially when we had the 6 divisions, and if you didn't make it out, and there were only 3 people at the end, so you didn't unless it's team, or when we started to do the super fights, World's Challenge, super fights, like it wasn't like you didn't get a lot of that exposure, especially me as a lightweight. I didn't get to fight a lot of.
What's that hardest you've been hit?
Because of the location, probably Brian Ruth, because he punched me right in the back of the head, right at the base of my skull, and I swear I almost went out. Yeah. On my feet, almost went out. That's the hardest I can remember being hit. But the hardest I can remember being hit facing something, Raymond spit back kick. It's size 12 foot, went from the top of my sternum to the bottom of my belly button and just pushed my whole body in.
During the tournament?
During the tournament. The first time I ever fought him was about like 2001.
So that was the hardest you ever had? Tournament and non-tournament?
No. Non-tournament? No. That would probably go to Terry Kramer.
Oh, backwards?
No. Issue or reverse punch.
Really?
Listen, it was the day after the US Open. We were trying out for the IASCA team back when they ran that before that merged. I was all hopped up on donuts and Mountain Dew. I just won the Open. Like, no. I'm on fire. I'm catching everybody. I'm hitting people like there's no way I should have hit Mr. Kramer in the head with a kick. Like, I mean, and it was like, I was on fire. He got a look, came back, and just stopped. And I was like, yeah. He stopped. Now I'm gonna take off. Boom! Oh, don't hit the ground. Don't put your knee down. Don't show your He's gonna lay on the ground and just lay here. Oh my God, because I was probably 130 pounds, maybe. I was like,
he said, all right, that's enough of this.
I was like 16. He was like, listen, this little dude, I'm tired. It's Sunday. We fought yesterday. I'm just here to hang out. Sit down, little boy. We chuckle about that probably every 2 or 3 times we get together. He's like, you still been hit hard yet? I remember feeling, you know how your back cracks and you feel that pop up your back? You never had a chiropractor crack your back? You never had that on chiropractor? You talking about Dan ain't never adjusted you?
No.
Oh man, you need to.
Dan has never adjusted me.
That means that's something you need in your life from a chiropractor. Dr. Dan, you know Dan. This dude put like 3 or 4 ribs back.
Part of me, I'm scared because that was like your fam. Like
you've heard that crack down. You've heard that pop, right? That happened to me in my sternum. He hit me so hard and everything in my sternum like every joint crackle pop. Yeah, that's the hardest I ever hit. Yeah, I thought I died that day.
Hardest I've ever been hit. I mean, I guess
karate wise,
karate wise,
yeah. Black belt test?
No. It would have been my brother the first day in Spark.
Why he trying to kill you?
I came out kicking. He did a back leg front snap kick. Super growing. Flying across the floor. So yeah, that was probably the hardest I've been. I mean, he just hauled off and punted me. Like, yeah. But
that usually brought me back a vicious memory of Texas.
Yeah, man. That was one of
right now just thinking about
I'm trying to think of something else. Like a body shot that somebody. Of course, my uncle was hitting me with enough body shots, but I'm trying to really think like, is it one that was just like, yo, I don't know. Well, Willie. That's the crazy thing. And the reason why is I didn't get knocked out, but my body went into shock. Like he hit me in the me in the eye. Yeah. And so then next thing you know, I was like shaking. And I was like, yo, but I was calm. Like my body just did not know what to do. Like I was just like, yo, what is I was crying, but it's like if you could be as normal and calm as ever, and your body is just not reacting. Your body is reacting crazy. Like your arms are shaking. I'm crying. Like I'm like, yo, why is this happening to me? Like, yo, this doesn't make any sense. Like this is just kind of crazy to me. So that, and then I guess the Chris Gorham sidekick, the job rate. I mean, I was still lucid. And I was still gonna fight, but it was like, he's rolling on the ground. Avery had threw out his shoulder, and we still had to fight Team Canada after that. So I was like, we good. Yeah, no, we don't only 3 left. No, we good. That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna calm this one down.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess those would be like, I guess the hardest. Because I got injured on those. So that's But yeah. So I don't know how we got off team fight because we're supposed to go to team fight.
I love team fight.
You know what I like? Because you wrote down 3 man, 5 man, mixed women.
Oh yeah, I get it all.
Yeah, you missed one though. And to me, that's the most fun. Tag team.
Bro.
Tag team is the most fun team fighting.
Depending on the rule sets. Because there are times where you're only allowed to tag on the break.
Yes.
That ain't fun.
Yeah.
Because Joe Fife and I used to fight tag team. So when I could get like cut angles and like I would go underneath something, I tag Joe and he'd come in with a blitz and then he'd cut his fast angles and cut underneath somebody, tag me and I'd come in with like a Superman or a flying sidekick and try to kill somebody. Those were the best team fighting ever. Tag team fighting. I don't remember where it started or who started it. I know we did it a long time ago in Florida, but I don't want to say. I don't know if I think
we didn't do it in Michigan. I know we did. When I went to Canada one year at Pete Daypuck's tournament.
I like Pete.
Went to Pete Daypuck's tournament, and I can't remember who our team fought with, but our team fought with somebody who just ain't worth the best. And I was going against Robbie and I can't remember what Robbie's partner was. I can't remember. But the thing was, whenever I put the other person out there, they would get scored. So I basically had to keep they were tying it in and out, and I'm like, And so it was like, it was a 3-minute fight. So it was yo, tagging. So basically, I had to stay in there for the whole time while they were tagging in and out, moving the angle, and Robbie running around the doggone ring.
You gotta try to catch Robbie.
He's tagging out. And so he's trying to just draw me into that corner, and I'm backing up like, nah, man, I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. And so they were up. So then I had to tag out, and another person would come in, and then I would have to come back in, tie it up, and I was like, all right, man, you going there? I'm like, yo, fam, if you don't stop getting...
Well, can you just fall down?
Yes, something.
Run around?
Like, just give me a couple seconds. We ended up losing overtime by 1. And I was just like... But it was fun. Right. It was
tag team fighting fun. Was amazing. That was a cool event.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. 3 or 5.
Which one?
Yeah. Personally.
And I guess it depends on the 3 and the 5. You know what I mean? Like, it really depends.
I'm not talking about watching it. I'm talking about...
No. I'm talking about me in it. Yeah. It depends on who's standing next to me.
If I got a dope, there's 3 and we got 2 suspects. Yeah.
I'm not there. But if it's the 2 and the 1, like I described last week, like, I would much rather have 3. Oh, but I don't.
It all depends. It all depends on your squad. Depends on if it's.
It depends on if we. Let's say if it's SCS and we going up against CJB. Yes, I want the 5. Like, you know what I mean? I want all 5 of us against y'all 5, and let's turn it out. You know what I mean? Let's go at it. If it's, you know.
Yep, I'm with you.
Yeah, and then I'm like, yo, let's do 3. Like, no, let's do 3. All right, let's do 3. Okay, I much rather that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I prefer that. Oh yeah, yes, yeah.
I mean, with my squad, I've always wanted to do 5. I'm okay with any 5 people that you want to put out there with our squad. Like, I'm okay with that.
Any 5?
Any 5 that was on a team at the same time.
So straight up.
When I was on straight up.
Yeah, who's on straight up?
Our straight up 5 probably would have been, knowing Joey, it would have been Raymond, Jason, Joey, Robbie, and probably would have paid for Johnny to do it because we were all on the team together. I wouldn't have been on that team. Robbie would have got that spot over me, and Joey would have got that spot over me. No questions asked. That would have been the 5-man team.
That's when you were on straight up.
I was on straight up.
Yeah.
I got on the team the tournament after the Ocean State when Johnny and Jason and Raymond fought. Okay. And they didn't even put Joey on the team.
That's why I can always forget that Jason was on straight up.
Jason was on straight up until we left to go to All Stars. Jason was on the team from that Ocean State Grand Nationals for like the whole year until the next year at World Series of Martial Arts, Charlie Lee's. When
Elite fall at that time? Was that the time Elite fell?
No.
So why?
That was after CJB fell.
Yes, I mean, well, yeah.
After CJB went down, and they were before they went to the Wasaroo.
Right.
That was before they did the Wasaroo or whatever. So when Jason left CJB, he immediately was like, he went to straight up, and then after straight up, he stayed with us.
Yeah.
And we did the All Stars.
Right.
And so that was it. And then I went from straight up to the All Stars, and I don't care who you put on that squad. The original 5, Robbie, Jason, Jody, Raymond, Robbie, Jack, me. That was the original cast.
Okay.
And then we brought in Mimi as our first girl.
Yes.
Mark was gonna do it. Mark C was gonna do it, and then no. And then after that, the only other people, the people we picked up, Leo first, and then Willie, Jamal, and Mike, and then Leon and Ross Cook, Kevin, Leon, Kevin, Ross Cook, Kevin, Ross, Leon, whatever it was.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, yeah. So yeah, okay.
So I take any of my 5. I'm okay with my squads. Me being on the low man on the totem pole, I take myself on with 4 of my squad members.
All right, so
I find that Raymond, Jason, Johnny, Mikey P, that Paul Mitchell squad, like, but you got the same people on the same teams, like that would be.
I'm still
fantasy teams.
Well, no. I still like my SCS squad.
You would take them over 8. Yeah. Now my squad too, I would take over any
because
squad.
It wouldn't be more so. It wouldn't be so. It would be because I want to beat them. I want to beat CJB. I want to beat Paul Mitchell. So yeah.
I understand that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
For a long time coming out of Florida, it was me, Alex, and Joe Fife.
You, Alex, and Joe Fife?
I'll take that. I like that 3-man team. Alex with the length, me with the power, and Joe with the speed, alternating and finding out matchups. I like that. I like that whole squad that we did before Alex got picked up by Paul Mitchell.
Yeah, I would like it. I would definitely like a little. Well, as far as the 3-man team, who would be your 3-man team?
For what? Like our A team?
No. Just period. Like if you had to pick your 3-man team, like that you want to go to war against everybody with, who would be your other 2 people that you would pick?
That's a tough out of the three. Robbie, Jack, or Raymond.
So which one of the two did you pick?
Don't fight that, but
because I'm thinking about mine now, and
I mean, you can't not pick Raymond. I mean, it's just one of those like if I'm going for that, but I want to beat Raymond. So if I'm doing it like that, I would go me, Jack, and Raymond. I mean, me, Jack, and Robbie. I love fighting with that, with the three of us, the three little guys, because the other aspect of it was Los, Jason, and Raymond, or Leon, or Jotty, or whoever, and it would be the three of us, the three little guys. So I'll always go to war with those two dudes, no questions.
Yeah, I see. Mine, I don't really know, but I think I do. It's interesting. Because it's like, it comes down to SES, but then it also comes down to my school. So it comes down to, Willie Ski, and then you got Los and BP. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm looking at it from the standpoint of like, yo, who would I choose to be my three to go to war with? Or my two to go to war with.
Probably have to be 1-on-1.
That's what it's looking
at. But how do you pick one out of each two of those? Because at the time, and for different reasons, those four have special places. That's why I was like, when I came out with it, like my three, like those three. And Fife would be my fourth if I had to pick the two, because Fife's my Florida guy forever. So that's a difficult decision.
It's a really difficult decision. I'm really trying to.
But your family is a national team, so like it's crazy, right?
Yeah. But
because I would fight with Willie, no question.
That's what I'm thinking. I
would put Willie on my side. Like that's like Robbie for me.
Yeah, I'm putting Willie. It's really comes down to ski. It really comes down to ski, BP, and Los. And that's a real difficult question for me to answer. Like I honestly don't know, because I will.
It's like you need size if it's Willie, Ski, and you're the size. Though.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But and you don't really want to always go all big, because you got to have that flavor saver. You got to have that little kink in there. And then you take three with an alternate. I mean, if that's really the end of the day, it's three with an alternate.
Because if you really think about it, like you get up on somebody, you put Ski out there, and they're not catching him. He's moving angle and making a miss and then hitting him. You know what I mean? But then you have somebody like BP who is just like BP. Like I'm like, yo, and that's my man. So it's like and then you got Los, which is like,
same thing.
But then how do you just not pick Lump? Like Lump just is on some next level stuff with them. It's really a difficult decision.
That's a hard four though. That's a dope 5-man team. Yeah. So
that's what I'm saying. My SES, like that's what be my 5-man team. That's no question. It's those five. That's who I would ride with. But then it was like it's just us three. I'm like, yo, which one do I pick? Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't. Like, I really don't know where I would go with that. Like, it would be an interesting dynamic.
It is. I mean, which way you go with that combination is fantastic.
Right.
Jesus, any three in that five is fantastic. Especially in that time, too.
Yeah. Well, Willie, we have to wait till Willie was older.
Willie was a junior at that time now.
Yeah, he was a junior. He was killing everybody, and then he went up and he started killing other people. Yeah. He has a winning record against Ray. So it's like, okay.
Doesn't he have like a tie or winning record with Trevor? Like they got to be close.
It's close.
Because he beat Trevor like 2 years in a row for that overall title, right?
Yeah, I have no idea, but I know it's close. I just remember Trevor fighting Ski once at Kumite. And my uncle said, don't let him hit you for the first minute. Don't let him touch you. And for the first minute, he just frustrated Trevor. Ran around that ring, angle, and then my uncle just gave him a nod, and he just started playing the house. It was like, woo. Like, yo, that's crazy what he just did there. Like, yo, that's insane. But yeah, that
goes back to coaching fighter IQ though.
Yeah, look, man, Los had the coldest move I've ever seen in a fight ever. like when he was fighting Reggie Perry. Somehow Reggie went down on one knee. Low stepped on his knee and did a switch kick and kicked Reggie in the face. And I was like, yo, and they were like, no, he's down. You can't give him that point. So they had to give Reggie the point. But it was like, yo, that was kind of cold. Pow, like, that was crazy.
That's cold. That's ice cold.
Yeah, like that's insane.
That's dope. That's dope. That's probably. I don't know.
Video game moves.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if it's doper, but it's definitely in the same category as Raymond going down to Mexico and jumping off the wall.
And then off the wall, yeah, that was crazy.
They were like, do we give him that point or not?
He was technically out of bounds, but all right.
But there was no out of bounds. There was no ring there. The ring jutted against the wall. So
I know.
Technically, the wall was the edge of the mat, and you can't go out of bounds if the wall is the edge.
Well, once he pushed, he went past the edge.
You can't go past the edge. Did the drywall crumble? Or did the drywall stay still?
If it moved back, that's past the edge.
That's 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Exactly. And then he came back in. So it was like, all right. Well, I don't know, man. I just remember saying that thing. Like, just do wild.
This dude injured. Yeah. And it was right after Showtime Pettis did I think that's why he tried it, because it was right after Anthony Showtime Pettis did it off the cage.
Oh, okay.
In the WEC.
Okay.
My guy did that in MMA though.
That
was crazy.
But that is a good segue to this weekend. Woo! Turbo's fight weekend. Turbo's going down to Miami.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Turbo's going down to
Miami to slap. Yeah, that shirt is dope though.
He should have left. I think he should have left like he was there.
Oh no. He probably left this weekend and got down there.
I saw he was still there Sunday. Up in Boston. No, he was in Boston or something. Yeah. But I was assuming that he probably left today or whatever the case may be.
Because they fight on Friday, right? But no, they fight on Saturday.
Saturday. I'm doing the barbecue. So good hands, good techniques, and good feet to use, sir.
Good skills, that's right.
Exactly.
Don't forget the knees.
And can you elbows? The spinning back fist. Did you see that dude got knocked out with the spinning back fist? It was crazy because the first dude threw the spinning back fist and he threw the spinning back fist and counter up the spinning back fist and knocked the dude out with the spinning back fist. I was like,
counter to the counter to the spin to the spin.
Yeah.
Like, bro, a straight line would have beat that circle. I guess circles beat circles with two forces.
I guess, but dude was slick. And then he ran up and tried to hammer fist him. Well, he did hammer fist him.
It went hard, but he got him.
I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Dude was knocked out. He's still.
I seen that. That was the card in Mexico.
Yeah.
They booed that girl.
They booed the girl?
They booed. This girl, Carla Esparza, she used to be the strawweight champion. She fought a girl from Mexico. And it was a really, really, really close fight. It was like a split decision. And when they announced that the Mexican girl didn't win, they went ham. I was like, I don't know if they're going to do another event in Mexico City. Well, the elevation is higher than Denver. And, one of them.
I've never been to
Mexico City's elevation is crazy. I had a harder time breathing, teaching seminars, and fighting in Mexico City than I've ever had in college.
That probably played a role in her trouble having that fight.
Oh, it definitely does. I mean, come on. That's. I think it's a little bit higher in elevation than Denver.
That's crazy.
But no, I was wondering because, and then like when I landed one time with I can't remember his name. What's it? I don't remember his name. I don't want to try. He used to run the Team Puma out of there. The short guy.
Really?
Augusta was kind of tallish.
It's not. It's everybody's
typically. Yeah. Okay, so the guy who ran Team Puma brought us down there, and he had this house up in the mountains. So he got us we got to walk up like 3 or 4 flights of stairs. I had never in my life been out of breath walking up some stairs. Never in my life have I been out of breath walking stairs. I got to like the 2nd floor, and I was like, I need to sit down. It was me, Damian, Fife, Joyce, and we were all like. Then he had us teaching seminars for like 10 hours. But we started in the morning. And it's funny, Zayn came to our seminar. I was like a white belt. Hector Solari came to our seminar. I was like an 8-year-old green belt. Like they brought us pictures from their seminar to show us how he was up. And Hector brought them to us last year at the Open. Hey, Davey and Chris, you guys remember when you came to Mexico?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, that was you.
That's crazy.
Holy moly. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That came around full circle.
That you old head. That's what came around. Yeah.
Super OG. Old school. This dude, you know what though? But dude, with my ego. Now I
you have an ego?
A little bit.
Okay.
Not enough to really like go out and project it and care that much, but personal. I do have a personal ego. Like I do. I'm weird. I count play fight matches in my head in the ring, and when we're sparring and training, I count points, especially on like right now, as with national competitors, I count points. Like I don't like to lose. Like so, last 30 seconds, if I'm down 1 or 2, like I'm gonna come. Like I'm gonna score.
Yeah, I gotta win.
Like I
win in my head.
Or like because shoot, I was counting points one night with Zach, and Zach kicked me like 3 times in a row. I was like, I'm just gonna hit you hard when I count these points today. This is gonna be the one.
I'm down 6 or something.
Right? I forget. I don't even remember. I told him afterwards I counted points and he beat me, and I was mad. It was the first time he beat me in my brain. So like, I was like, nah, man, it's like, but I want to fight them. Like, I not fight them, like fight them, but like I want to go out in the tournament. I want to compete against them.
Who cheated?
Anybody. Well, Zayn and Hector, because like with that connection, like I want to see what they've learned and what they've developed versus what I used to do and what I remember, and like just I want to spar every young kid. I want to spar Bailey. I want to fight Bailey in a tournament.
I have no desire to fight any of them.
No. I used to want to fight Cam.
I only have desire to fight somebody who beats somebody in the family.
Fair enough.
That's it. Like I said, I'm like, yo, I just need to jump up there. I need to fight you now. Like, yo,
that's that
overprotective cousin that I am. They're like, yo, I need to jump up there.
Like I said,
not the women people, no, Avery, or Willie loses. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, then I'll be like, yo.
I used to want to fight Cam.
I never wanted to. Well, see, Cam,
I remember Cam as a kid.
So I never wanted to fight Cam.
But as he got his size and as he grew, styles make fights, and I think our styles would match up very well. Our sides, the techniques we like, but he's so dang big now. He hit me like that. I'm hitting with a chair.
I never wanted to fight. Like that's like I never thought about wanting to fight Chris Gorham. It was like
I want to fight Chris again. I do. I want to fight Chris again. So I fought him once, like out of nowhere on a team fight battle a couple years ago. He beat me, but I want to fight that one again. I wanted that fight at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
I wanted that fight at the U.S. Open so bad on that stage. I wanted that fight so bad. But Chris, I like you though.
I never.
Like you a lot.
Yeah, have you been watching them play video games against each other?
Yeah,
I'm like, what? Yeah, it was Speedy. Like,
cracking me up.
Hey, what? They just throwing up their tongue. Like, okay, have you ever played video games against somebody in Sport Right?
Yes, at a tournament though.
Okay.
Like we used to bring the PlayStation to the room and we'd sit up there and play cards. And
yeah.
Ross slapped me one year in Madden. Oh my God.
That's what we're about to go with this.
He didn't skunk me. He didn't skunk me like no 21 skunk at halftime. But like I was like, yo, you better than me.
For the first, I hadn't played Madden in years. Like I used to play video games all the time, but then they just got to the point where I don't play anymore.
Exactly.
And so I went and bought Madden, and I was like, all right. And I think I had said something online, and Ross just hit me, text me, like, yo, Ross play online? And I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, yo, I'm going to get back into it, play. Man, he beat me so doggone bad. And he didn't say that, because he was just like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's so bad that you take pity on the person. Like, yo, I just like, yo, he said something, and that was it. It was like, I was like, I ain't got nothing for you. This was because I just got destroyed. It was something stupid, like 30 to 3 or something. Like, it was something crazy. I was like, this is
yeah. If we were sitting next to each other, I would have unplugged your controller.
Guess what? I played one time after that. I was like, yo. I don't even play putting in the work to even try and do this.
Just try to be good at it.
Man, because it was so different from the last time I played it, man. I was like, yo,
what was the last time you played? Before or after Hit Stick?
Hit Stick?
Yeah. flick back and hit on forward, flick back and forward on the
Before
tackle?
that.
Oh, because then that's when you crack and hit fumble. So if somebody tries to spin it, you catch them on the hit stick. That's fumble.
So I'm saying I was before like when it got to the point where you was doing checks and downs. I was like, yo, fam, I have this is too real for me. Like, yo,
real football.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm out.
I'm used to pushing button,
Yeah,
just trying to run around the field.
Yeah, exactly. I was so confused.
People who studied and analyzed and knew the patterns and plays, like, y'all are gonna crush me.
I'm like,
I just do this for fun.
Yeah.
Like, I remember playing, back Madden 94, on the Sega Genesis when they did the crappy graphics, they did the backflip, front flip, backflip again. Like,
no, see, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I had stopped playing games around, right after, I don't know which Halo it was, but it was like 05, 06 is when I really stopped playing. I was playing just Halo around that time, 05, 06.
So non-online.
And then, and people was here with me, and we like, yo, we playing all night.
No, that used to be the joint.
Great, man.
Kids nowadays, you would never know the accomplishment of having two or three TVs and having 3 systems.
Yeah.
Everybody having a big camp at home.
Yeah. So I played that.
That was pretty much the ending of my video games.
Yeah.
I've never been an online game player. Like, I mean, every once in a while I do Call of Duty, I do the zombie joints because that's moderately fun, and I'd only get in the room with the 12-year-olds.
Like
2K. They're getting me in a room with like 200.
2K I played 2K until like probably I moved to DC, and then I stopped having anybody to play with. So it was like, yo, all right, well,
I just bought 2K.
You did?
Yeah, I bought 2K. It's the first one I bought. It's the first 2K I bought since probably Iverson on the cover.
And they got kind of real too. I played a couple years later. I haven't played in like, I think I had, like, the last one I had was 10.
Yeah, I bought the.
I didn't buy the 20.
I didn't buy the 20. I bought 19 when, like, 3 weeks before they pulled out 20.
20? Okay.
Yeah, because they dropped it down to $19. I was like,
I'll play that.
I'll play that.
Get back to it,
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
The
only video game I played, and I only play it here with my kids, is I play the UFC game.
Okay.
Because I get them to understand what happens in the back when you do the same move every time. Well, the computer blocks it. What do you think? You do the same move on every person out here. What happens when you throw a bunch of moves and you don't take a break in between? The guy gets really tired. Well, what do you think happens out here? Like, I use it as a tool to understand their sparring. Would you just stand there and eat the shot, or would you attempt to block? How do you do that? That's it. And I only do it on, like, summer camp when we do video game day.
Video game day. Oh, these kids these days.
Yo, I know of karate schools that do parent night outs. We did them in California, video game day. We did it at Raven School. No. I've seen the people do the trucks. No. We go bigger than that. They had, we had one of the dads worked for a promotion company, so where he would just donate like 20, 40-inch TVs and just let us have them for the night. He'd just bring them in, and we'd set up a bunch of tables. We'd bring a bunch of power strips in, like industrial, like 30. So we put a bunch of the power strips in. We'd set up like a ton of systems, and then we'd have the little back room where there was 13 and over, and kids want to play Call of Duty and Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. But then everybody else, there was Wii's and Switches and old school Nintendos and PlayStations, and just every station, and you just play, move, So that was dope. We had a rock band section set up like that. Bro, we had like 60 freaking kids on a parent night out. $30 a pop.
4 hours.
Just
60 kids on parents' night out. That's jeez. How many adults to watch these 60 kids?
Honestly, me, Raymond, Jamal, and Steve Horst. And Steve was supposed to play video games, and me and Jamal would go back and forth and playing video games. And Raymond was probably eating French fries. And then we had like 2 or 3 teenage helpers that would walk around, and they just be playing video games. As long as
so once you pop the kid in front of the TV,
they good. The only thing you're gonna hear is, "It's my turn." No, it's not. It's my turn. No, you won 3 times. You're supposed to give up the controller. That's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
All right. If I hear any more arguing, we're turning all the games off. They get right back to playing. Just like your mama.
Yep.
I have to talk to y'all. Everybody's getting out of this house.
Yeah, well, we've gone down. This is just
very far back all we went down.
Yeah, I don't even know. Off topic. Yeah. So, anything else that you want to talk about?
I mean, like, funny enough, go full circle back to teams. Women teams. Why are they, two people? Was it only two people?
Two people. Yeah.
I know it's only two people. But is that because of the number of competitors?
Yeah.
So they just, hey, let's try to do a team thing and get.
They originally were doing 3, and they couldn't get teams to have 3 people in.
You don't have 3 women on a team. No team has 3 women. I can't. I was gonna say straight up yes. No, they don't now because Gabby's gone now. Gabby's gone to school, so they have Isabella. Qatar.
I know her name is Isabella, but I don't know.
What team has 3 females? So, which team has 3 active females?
Well, 2 of them are injured. Well, one of them is injured, and one of them,
a mom.
So,
doing her thing.
Yeah, but she fought.
She did.
So she's kind of semi-active. So
but now,
technically 3.
Technically there are 3 on that team.
It's 3. I got y'all.
Technically there are only 2. I love Gina, but Gina's got to get healthy.
It's true.
So I love Gina. So let's not get that twisted.
I would like to see.
I would love to see a 3 woman. I would like to see. I would like to see more women.
Back in the day, who had 3 teams? Has anybody ever had 3 women on the team? If you really think about it, adult women. Because that's all we had Tara, we had Regina.
Yeah, most only had 2. I was trying to think of Paul Mitchell when they.
No, Paul Mitchell never wanted more than 1, but they ended up getting 2.
They had Casey and Christine. Christine kind of quit before Casey really moved to the adults.
Yeah, but they never wanted a primarily just a female fighter. The females always had to throw in the fight until Casey came. I mean, not Casey. Chelsea came. Until Chelsea came, and then they had Nicole. They had Chelsea and Nicole at one point.
Yeah,
that was it. And then, but that was it. But they never had 3. It was like.
Right, they didn't have 3. Straight up, I was thinking. Well, straight up had.
I think straight up had.
We had 3. At one point, we had Claire. We had Crystal Renamozu. Marissa, but I don't remember if Marissa and Claire were on the same team when Marissa was an adult, or if Claire had already left because she had stopped doing stuff and then came back with us almost.
Claire was inactive.
Yeah, so that's I don't know anybody else who ever had 3 because Joyce was never on a major team. Somebody should have picked her up. Y'all used her for the tournament. TDS, right? No. Who did you fight with that year at AKA?
Oh, IDC.
IDC, that's who it was. Okay.
Yeah, IDC.
Like TDS, no. As I said it was wrong.
Yeah, no, it was IDC.
IDC. I knew it was in 3 letters though.
Yeah. All right, man. So let's get on out of here. It's back to the intro music. Ooh. Yeah, man, it was a good week. We are looking forward to seeing Ross fight. Looking forward to seeing Errol Spence and Sean Porter.
Looking forward to my jiu-jitsu coach has a jiu-jitsu match on Saturday as well.
Yeah.
DJ. I'm really looking forward to this barbecue. We're going to have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend, man. Y'all have a great week. We'll see y'all next week. Make sure y'all listen to Inside Scoops. I'm sure they're going to have a few things to say about everything.
Oh, yeah.
They come up with some good topics. So, until next week, man, we'll see y'all. Yeah, we'll see y'all next week. And, just shoot us a message or something.
Yeah.